Andrew, you're into your third edition. You must be quite pleased
Oh,
that this
yes.
particular book seems to be selling quite well.
It was our bestseller, absolutely, yes.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think especially during lockdown, the last issue came out 3 years ago, and during lockdown, people discovered um, walking around Bath because they couldn't go away. So people started on foot in Bath, and word spread, and we were selling on the website and through bookshops, and it sold out far faster than we thought it would.
Well, the medics are saying that that's one good resolution for 2024,
Well,
that we should
absolutely.
be walking more.
Yes.
What makes Bath such a good city to walk around then?
Well, size and location, and it's got a lot of historic streets, but it is surrounded by this wonderful countryside on all sides, and you can be in the country within 20 minutes walk of the town centre in virtually every direction. Not quite every direction, but there we are, and it's very varied. You've got river, you've got hills, you've got plateaus, you've got valleys, etc., etc.
We've come here for a reason. It's a noisy, busy spot at the moment, and they're busy putting up the sheds, I say affectionately, for the
Yes.
Christmas market. But this is where all your walks start and finish, don't they?
Yes, it is. I mean, normally they are lined with seats, so it's a good place to sort of meet up and start. It's right in the centre, so that if people don't know Bath, it's a convenient place for them to start. They know all the walks start in the centre and return to the centre indeed. So.
Now, I've got to say to you that Bath has plenty of guides, both voluntary and those who accept a fee, to show people around. Why are you saying that buying a copy of your book is better than going on a guided tour?
Oh, I'm not saying it's better. No, it's just another way of doing it. But this book does include walks not just around the city centre, not just including the Royal Crescent, Great Pulteney Street, Sydney Gardens, and so on. It goes into all those places that guides very rarely venture, such as Oldfield Park and Twerton, all the way up to Beckford's Tower, and into that countryside, which you can see from Bath, up to Sham Castle, and so on and so forth.
Things are changing continually in the city. I
Yes.
know that's one of the reasons why you've had to bring out a third edition. What sort of new things are in there?
Oh, well, I thought because the last edition was only 3 years ago, but was there a possibility we could just do a straightforward reprint? And as soon as I started looking at what had happened, I thought there was no way, but I didn't realise how much work there would be. So much has changed in 3 years, so much. It's not just the names of shops, pubs closing, being renamed, etc., etc., etc. New footpaths, diversions, etc. So in this one, there's a new Riverside Walk, which cuts out a stretch along the London Road, which is great. There's a new walk on Lansdowne, on the Beckford Walk, which goes this wonderful footpath which has only just been opened, a permissive path which leads down to Charlcombe Church. That's just two examples, but there's lots of other places where I could tweak walks and improve them.
Now, it's a very visual book too. There's lots of lovely photographs in there. Is that something you have to do as well? You're out every day. Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good shot.
Yes, always building up an archive, a repository of photos. So, not only because things have changed, but because you see things in a different light, see things you haven't seen before. There's also quite a lot of new archive photos which I've got in here to sort of illustrate points and show what things used to be like.
Well, it certainly is a visual record of the city, apart from being a useful guide. Now, Bath, very pretty, lots of unusual things to see, but how suitable are your walks for people who might have a disability? I mean, it's quite a hilly place.
Yes, it is. I think about half of the walks are suitable for wheelchair users, and I've sort of checked that out. Some of them, they have alternatives. Where there are steps, there are alternative ways of getting around. So there are hills, yes. In the city centre, that is flat, and other parts Bathwick, for example, is flat. But you know, when you're getting towards the end of the book, where the later walks are right into the country, then they are really through rough countryside. So that was a bit more challenging. But for me, it's fine, and for most people, it would be fine. But just that's the sort of caveat.
Do you have a favourite walk?
No, not really. It just depends. I mean, what sort of, you know, how far you want to walk, what the weather's like, what the season's like, how muddy it is underfoot. I mean, on a day like this, it would be wonderful to walk around the city, walk around its parks. But I think, given the amount of rain we've had recently, some of the walks on Lansdowne so might be a little bit sort of challenging. Very, very, very great, but I mean, you would really need to be shod very well in that sort of conditions.
A final question for you: where can people buy the book?
Well, they can either buy it online from Aikman Press, or they can buy it in bookshops. It is available in bookshops.
Well, congratulations on your third edition, and bearing in mind what's going on behind us, Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you, Richard. Thank you very much.